So about a week ago, we got the highly anticipated June Nintendo Direct, and let me tell you something. It was amazing. We got the Super Mario RPG remake, a generic farming simulator, a new Peach game, a generic farming simulator, Detective Pikachu Returns, an anime game, WarioWare, another generic farming simulator, and new Super Mario Bros. Wonder. However, even with all of these games, I'm still a little bit disappointed because the game I truly wanted the most didn't get announced. A Tomodachi Life port. Here's the thing, I've wanted a Tomodachi Life port since the Nintendo Switch released. All these old games were getting revived on the console, and I just had to sit on my little cuck chair playing on my modded 3DS since Nintendo hates me. Now, things did get interesting in 2021 during the February Nintendo Direct, because we kept hearing rumors about a 3DS game being ported to the Switch, and that got me super excited, since in my tiny little brain, I thought that this gotta be Tomodachi Life, right? God damn it! Now, no hate towards anyone that likes Miitopia. It's actually a pretty fun game, but if I saw a copy of Miitopia and a bunch of children in a burning house fire, I would continue to just play Tomodachi Life. It just did not make any sense to 2021 LaiyenZ. Why would they release Miitopia, which is literally a spin-off of Tomodachi Life, instead of just releasing Tomodachi Life? Who does that? Who releases a spin-off and not the actual game? But don't you worry, because I am an intellectual and was able to bring both facts and logic to the table. Because if they're willing to release a super obscure game like Miitopia on the Switch, then Tomodachi Life is basically a guarantee to come out in 2022, right? Right? My wife left me, and Tomodachi Life is still not on the Nintendo Switch, which means I have to continue playing on my 3DS, which is not a bad thing, by the way. I am more than happy to be using the greatest console of all time. Okay, I just realized that a majority of my audience was in the womb when Tomodachi Life released, so for those of you who are not familiar with the game, sit down, because I've got a story to tell. But before we talk about the wacky world of Tomodachi Life, we need to go somewhere very, very special. Japan. OMG, kawaii, look at it, it's Japan! Anime, coffee in a can, this vending machine, the land of many wonders and video games and the Trash Taste podcast. Japan is clearly home to many cool things, but the coolest is probably this. For all my non-Japanese viewers out there, you may be looking at this with a very confused face, since Tomodachi Life was never released on the Nintendo DS. What the hell is this? Well, Tomodachi Life isn't actually the first game in the Tomodachi series, since on June 18th of 2009, Tomodachi Collection was released exclusively in Japan for the Nintendo DS. If you're somewhat familiar with the obscurities of Tomodachi Life, then just imagine something 10 times more obscure, since Tomodachi Collection is one of the most unfiltered games Nintendo has ever released. The game was developed by a team at Nintendo's Software Planning and Development Division Group 1, and the producer was Yoshio Sakamoto. Now, fun fact, in an Iwata Asks interview, it was revealed that the original plan for Tomodachi Collection was to make a game dedicated to adult women that was similar to the Japan-only Totoko Hamtaro Tomodachi Daisukesen Dechu, which was a fortune-telling game that starred everyone's favorite little anime hamster, Hamtaro. While doing research for this video, I found some information that says in an interview for the French video game journalism website Game Cully, it was revealed that there were plans of a Western release of Tomodachi Collection, but there were issues with localizing the vocal synthesizer software for English words. Now, I don't know what that means, and I also don't know how true this is, since I can't find the original source. This is all based off the wiki online. I enjoy spreading misinformation. Tomodachi Collection was received amazingly in Japan, becoming the best-selling game in the country during the week of its release, and it was the 4th best-selling Nintendo game in Japan during the first half of the 2009 fiscal year, just behind Wii Sports Resort, Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, and Dragon Quest IX, Guardian of the Starry Sky. The massive success of Tomodachi Collection in Japan basically guaranteed a sequel on Nintendo's next big handheld console, the 3DS, aka please send help. I'm begging. I've been held hostage for almost a decade. During a Nintendo Direct in March of 2013, they announced the sequel to Tomodachi Collection, Tomodachi Collection New Life. Now, during 2013, also known as the year Smosh released hit video The Rarest Pokemon Card! We still had no clue if Tomodachi Collection New Life was gonna get a Western release, since it was such an obscure game that was primarily created for Japanese audiences. But in January of 2014, during an interview for the Wall Street Journal, Iwata would say that the company is now working on the right balance of localizing Japan-oriented games just enough so that foreign audiences can enjoy them. And then the big day happened. During a Nintendo Direct on April 10th of 2014, Nintendo walked onto the stage, figuratively speaking, because there wasn't actually a stage, since it was a Nintendo Direct, which is fully online. They did it, okay? They did it. They announced Tomodachi Life would come all over Americans and Europeans on June 6th of 2014. Hey, this is also around the time when baby LaiyenZ enters the Tomodachi cinematic universe, since sadly, I never had the opportunity to play Tomodachi Collection on the DS during its prime, because I've never been to Japan, and you might be saying, oh, LaiyenZ, you should have just imported it. I was 6. And I didn't speak Japanese. Also, fun fact, I'm a complete fraud, because I didn't even buy Tomodachi Life anywhere near its release date in 2014, since this wasn't the type of game that caught my interest at all. I never found any joy in social simulation games early on, since I much rather just get called racial slurs in Black Ops 2, and then play Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver for the 300th time. Instead, I got Tomodachi Life in August of 2016, when it was released in the Nintendo Select program. In addition to the Nintendo Select program, another one of the major reasons I was inspired to get Tomodachi Life was because of Dan TDM, since he did a Let's Play of the game on his channel in 2016. And if you know anything about me, I would die for Dan TDM. Seeing the outrageous and just overall goofy nature of Tomodachi Life in Dan's Let's Play was all the marketing I needed to go out and buy this game, and I am so happy I did, since it opened my eyes to peak gaming. The gameplay is very simple. You start off on an island located in the middle of the sea, far from civilization, and then you're given the opportunity to name that island. Me personally, I would always name it LaiyenZ, because Lion's Land. LaiyenZ. After naming the island, it's time to create your me. Now, you could either start from scratch and customize a totally new character, you could also take a picture of your face and let the game absolutely violate you, or just import a me from the me maker that you already created. Once your me was imported into the game, it was time to give yourself a personality. Now, someone like me, who emits a strong aura of confidence, beauty, comedianness, and overall just a really cool and epic guy, I was an independent lone wolf. Alright, once you're done faking your personality results in order to boost your ego and feel more socially acceptable, it's time to move into your apartment. Now, this may be a very new idea to many of my viewers, since you're either a child who is legally obligated to live with a guardian figure, or you're a grown man who still lives in your parents' basement. After getting settled into your apartment that is completely empty, it's time to make some friends. Now, the game will ask you to either make another me or import one that you've already made, and you know LaiyenZ was a bit of a player, so I'd always make a Zero Suit Samus me and then beg her to marry me. Personally, the main reason I love Tomodachi Life is because I could import up to 100 me's based on either people I know or video game characters I like, and then I could just watch them closely as they live. It kind of reminds me of real life and how we're all in a snow globe being watched by intergalactic leopard geckos. Once you feel fulfilled with all the me's you've imported, the whole goal of the rest of the game is to just watch the me's live. Now, I will admit this is not really the most invigorating gameplay, but the connections you build with the me's on your island are unironically really deep, and you learn to love these soulless little creatures in your 3DS. As time progresses and you play the game more, you'll notice that some couples on the island will choose to get married, which, newsflash, is the closest any of you will ever get to love. Once this happens, you'll get a phone call from the couple informing you that they've been having sex. Boys, the me's are having a me baby, and then before you know it, the end credits roll, and this is where things get really emotional. A picture album of the baby growing up will be shown on screen, and with it will be the staff credits. Congratulations, you've beaten Tomodachi Life. Now, of course, this isn't actually the end of the game. You could continue having a parasocial relationship with the virtual people, but it's the climax of the long journey you set out on at the beginning of the game. Once the credits are finished and things are back to normal, you'll get a phone call from the mother and father me asking you, the player, to make a very difficult decision. Remember that little me baby you watched in the staff credits? Well, now it's all grown up, and the parents are asking you if they should send it to be an explorer. I won't lie, this is probably the most important decision I will ever make in my life, because I am more attached to this me baby than I will ever be attached to my actual children. So having to decide whether I get to watch their entire life on the island or let them explore the world is so difficult. But almost every time I've played this game, I let the kid explore, since as Sun Tzu said, go outside and touch grass. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Comment down below your favorite Tomodachi Life memory, and make sure to drop a like. If this video gets 500 likes, I will stream Tomodachi Life here on my YouTube channel. By the way, I stream here on my YouTube channel, so press the subscribe button right now, since a bigger number equals better person. Also, go follow my other social media accounts, such as Twitter and Instagram. I do goofy, funny things on those websites, so just go check them out. And finally, thank you to my channel members. If you want a chance to be shown on screen like this, make sure to become a member. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and remember, you are all capable of amazing things. So keep your head up, and I'll see you all very, very soon.